Battle of the Atlantic was a fight for Britain's survival. Winston Churchill once wrote, "The only thing that frightened me during the war was the U-boat peril." This is a sailor's story. Few warships epitomize the Battle of the Atlantic more than the lowly Flower-class corvette. But it was the humble corvette that made victory in the Atlantic possible. The corvette was a small, lightly armored warship used for anti-submarine warfare in World War II. With little training and unstable ships, Canadian sailors faced the dreaded U-boat. The Allied supply ships were being lost faster than they were being built. The Allies needed a naval presence. The answer? The tiny corvette, armed with a 4-inch gun, some machine guns, and depth charges. Petty Officer William Owen, my dad, served on the corvettes.
And three men, one on there and two on the winch. And you'd hook them on that, and then the guy on this side, he'd have the gauge there to tell you when to drop them. You know, he'd be looking, and he'd press a button, all of a sudden, boom. You go over what it was, you had a thrower there that threw the depth charge that was full of dynamite. And
the corvette, in essence, was a terrible warship. Weakly armed, cramped, uncomfortable, and slow.
16 knots.
Oh, a corvette did 16 knots?
Yeah, that's what they did.
Well, that's fast. It's faster than a sub.
Not at the end of the war. Our captain cleaned the deck, cleared the decks one day and gave a little speech about new submarines they had out. And he said, if we get one now, we're going to be lucky. We got to be right over the top of it. Because every one of the subs can do 17 and more knots. Well, you go out Newfoundland out that harbor, you know, just a little opening to it, and you get out and you see your own ship and then your own couple others behind. Then all of a sudden you get out the next morning, you wake up, there were ships everywhere. Convoys were big, you know. A convoy, it'd be like that. You get up in the horn and you see that tree over there, well, going across the same thing, same corvette, same, or if it was a freighter or whatever it was in the same spot. You look like you never moved. They never changed position. You had to zigzag. They went a big convoy with hundreds of ships. Go this way and then that way, this way. They even backtrack sometime.
Right.
But we wouldn't know how far we were from England or Ireland or anywhere. One time we did get said, well, we're out too much long. We went down the Azores on our way to Ireland, because there's a couple wolf packs and they were trying to avoid them. Well, like that cheer be there when you got up in the morning in the port, and that cheer be there, or what, everything was in position, except if we scrambled them, if we were getting an ambush, we'd break apart then. Or a wolf pack hit you, man.
Did you get hit by wolf packs?
Yes. That was half the joke. I can't think of them now, so old. When the old wolf, somebody be coming through, guy, you know, Skylark fella. Hey, you ready here? You ready here? Wolf pack, we're going to get it this time. You know, that's what they used to kid.
Skylark.
That's carrying on.
Oh.
You didn't pretend there was any fear. It's just an accident was happening, but you know, I suppose the odd guy must get pretty scared sometime, but nobody ever showed it. Man, you had to go when under attack, you ran, did everything 10 times faster than you ever would normally. You know?
Right.
Yeah, rush out on deck and get that depth charge hooked up and all this and that. Never a second. And one time we broke down. Lost all power, our corvette. So we just had to sit down and do nothing, you know.
Right.
And so no, you don't even talk, because it sounds so great. So anyhow, we're sitting there, and all of a sudden I heard Owen whispering, you know, and it had to be a little fright or something. You know what I said? Yeah, what do you want?
Naturally, the North Atlantic was the main theater of Canadian naval activity. The Newfie Dairy run between St. John's, Newfoundland, and Londonderry, Northern Ireland was the main convoy route.
Oh, we just got drunk every time you're there.
Were the Irish guys?
Yeah.
Any fights?
I can't remember all that. But I guess had to be because we always get drunk. That's all you went to shore for. I mean, the old man didn't drink, but everybody drank. But I remember one thing we did too. We went ashore in Ireland, and the boy was from Toronto, and we found this coastal floater boat which just went from one port to the other in Scotland, you know. Left Ireland and went to Scotland. So I know William's all drunked up, put him aboard that. Instead of having the time ashore with us, he went right up the other end of Scotland. Because they made him work every day, and then they sent him back by freight car or something. He made my mess deck, you know, mess deck, we called it mess deck was your table. And there was 6 was at the table, I think.
Yeah, on the ship.
Yeah. One table here, table there, you know, a lot of tables in close quarters.
How many men in the Corvette?
Well, in the wartime, it was radar and all these, you know, different extra ones, over 120. I was always stationed in Newfoundland. Now, there's the funny thing, one of the funny stories. I got drafted from Newfoundland to Halifax by airplane. So I went with the boys, and they got me all wound up and everything else. And I remember going up the little steps, and I bragging, you know, big show off or something. Is this any rougher than a Corvette? Because I'm a Corvette man. Some words to that effect, you know, the little planes bounce.
Right.
Oh yeah, we're coming into Sydney, and I had 2 quarts of push of rum. So right before I got in there, I dropped in the snowbank, got off the plane, dropped in the snowbank, and walked through, and the custom officer, he was smiling and laughed. He said, yeah, you can go back and get them bathroom. Well, they called us different names, you know. So I went back to the snowbank, took out my 2 bottles of rum. I think custom, I thought he was taken from me, but he didn't.
Customs where?
I worked for the captain. The captain said, well, you live here in Halifax, don't you? You can go home. And he gave me a pass. I was the only Navy man out of that Halifax barracks. Why he did it, I never thought, you know.
Why were all the Navy guys in the barracks?
Well, they were confined the day before they tore the city apart. You know, VE Day?
VE Day, May 8th, 1945. Rear Admiral Leonard Murray believed his sailors had won peace and deserved their chance to celebrate. He overrules the advice of his senior officers. He releases 9,000 sailors to go ashore for the night. Well, the rest is history. 3 men dead, 363 arrested, 645 businesses damaged, 200 lootings, 65,000 quarts of liquor, 8,000 cases of beer, 1,500 cases of wine, all liberated from the liquor store. Ooh, what a party. Dad was there. Yeah, so all the Navy was confined?
Oh, yeah, nobody.
And who gave you the pass?
My captain,
Which was who?
Belfort.
Captain Belfort?
Yeah,
Where was he from?
Toronto or somewhere up there. And he,
They let a landlubber captain the ship?
oh no, he had been to sea and everything. And the last thing he said to me, one of the last things, only said, I worked with him for quite a year or 2.
Yep.
And he said, I always thought you were a Westerner. He never thought I was a Nova Scotian. I don't know why. Fighters, non-fighters, I got along with everybody somehow though.
Why? What do you mean tough guys?
Fight, want to fight, even their own people and everybody, you know, just mean guys. But I got along with everyone, never got in a fight. Knock on wood, even then.